I have two 2025 Trail Bosses. One's going to be an LT and the other's going to be an LTZ. I borrowed these trucks from Jerry Seiner Chevrolet here in Salt Lake City. Be sure to check out their inventory. Ask for Leo. This one looks to be reserved for someone, but this white one's definitely available to purchase. Let's go ahead and check out the one sticker so you guys can see the pricing, and then I'm going to break down the differences between these two trucks. At the very top is a description, so you guys see this is the LT. Base price for this truck's going to be $56,900, and the Trail Boss package is showing $2,895 on the window sticker. Online is higher though. It's like, I want to say it's like $3,400 for this package. Now with that being said, you have to get the safety package with this, also the heat package, Z71 package, and I believe the convenience package. Those things you have to get with the Trail Boss package. So with everything included in this truck, you guys see it has a lot of other features. This truck is $79,510. This is the LTZ, and you guys can see base price is going to be $63,800, so higher starting price. But the Trail Boss package is slightly cheaper at $25,665. Now, in order to get the Trail Boss package, you have to get the LTZ convenience package, safety package, and the LTZ convenience package number 2, also Z71 package, which is on this side here. Now this truck is $83,835 including destination. It's really close, and that's kind of why I'm doing this video, because I want to show you guys exactly what you're getting for each truck. Now let's go ahead and go back over to the LT. Now on this truck, you guys can see it has the blackout on the front grille, including the badging like right here. It says Z71. Your hood scoop is blacked out, and they do these badges as well right down here. Premium lighting top and bottom, so LED reflective style fog lights, and this comes standard when you get the Trail Boss basically. Well, it's not standard, but it's basically going to come a part of this package when you get it. Red recovery hooks, and they black out all the trimming down below. Front parking sensors. This does have 360 camera, and it's going to be the exact same on the LTZ. So same grille design, you have the blackout on the bow tie, all the badging's all blacked out on this truck as well. So right out of the gate, there's not a big difference on the truck, so why not just get the LT? We're going to answer that question today. Wheel and tire design is going to be the exact same for both trucks. One thing that's really cool about the Trail Boss is they do give you the BFGoodrich tires, a part of this package, and they're the same size as the Goodyear tires that they replace, but they just have a little bit better aggressive look, and they have a stiffer sidewall, which should help with towing. Now if you want to know the tire size right here, LT 275, 65, 20, and these are the KO3s. They do provide a fabric material on both sides. Also, you're gonna have Rancho shocks as well. Now as far as the mirrors go, are there any differences on the mirrors? From what I can see from the outside, they're the exact same. They have the black trimming around them too. And on the LT, they still have your backup lights. Blind spot monitoring on both sides. And you guys see the cameras down below? There's the cameras right there. Hopefully you guys can see them. Painted door handles. Smart key system on both sides. Now you guys see the trimming right here has that gloss look to it. On the LT, it's just like a plastic trimming. Now some people could care less about that, and that's okay because it's not that big of a deal. Now running boards are an option for both trucks. If you are looking at a Trail Boss, if you're looking to order, my humble opinion is get the high clearance steps. I think they look so much better personally versus the tubular style. Now if you're looking at an LTZ, you do have the availability to get the high clearance steps, or you can get the power deployable running board. So that is not available for the LT. Moving on back, both trucks are available with long beds, and that's a big advantage for some guys. Here's the badging on the side of the beds, and surprisingly both trucks are going to get the full LED tail light. So no matter which truck you get, you can get these tail lights. Now the multi-flex tailgates are an option on both sides, but you guys see down below, parking sensors are down there. They do give you the black appearance on the bumpers front and rear, as you guys saw, and you get these camera inputs. When you add this Trail Boss, all that stuff's gonna pretty much come standard. Now, fifth wheel prep package is an option. This truck does have it here. Now, up top, this truck does not have the 2 cameras, but it does have the bed view camera at least. And here it is for the LTZ. This truck does not have the fifth wheel prep package. And it doesn't have the camera, but that is available for this truck. So you do have the one, hopefully you can see it better there, for bed view, just like on that LT. But on the LTZ, you don't have the camera for the rearview mirror. This is something I wanted to show you guys in the video. I don't know why on an off-road truck they make a liner optional, but this is a big selling point for the LTZ right here. I think that most people are going to agree with me. Off-road trucks should always have a liner, but LTZ comes standard. You cannot get it from the factory as an ad, but you can do it after the fact. Just below, you guys can see the spare tire. You can also see the wrench or shocks a little bit better. Both trucks are going to have the G80, so automatic locker out back. And they still are using that material, what's it called? The wax coating on the frames. And you guys hopefully saw those steps. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Powertrains next. Believe it or not, there is a difference on the Powertrains. So they have 2 available for the LTZ, and they have 3 available for the LT. Let's start off on the LTZ first. If you are getting this truck and you're looking to order it, the gas 6.6 liter V8 does come standard, known as the L8T. That engine is going to have 401 horsepower and 464 pound-feet of torque. 10-speed transmission was added for 2024 and it follows suits for 2025. And it's just going to have direct injection. Now, as far as the optional engines go, both trucks are available with this Duramax. This is a 6.6 liter V8. It's going to have 470 horsepower and 970 pound-feet of torque. The only extra option for this truck is the same powertrain. However, you do have the PTO. So 10-speed transmission, known as a stamp-approved Allison. It's going to have the power takeoff available for LT. That will not be available for LTZ. Before I show you guys the interior, I want to show you guys some of the skid plates that they offer you. So nothing special about Trail Boss and its skid plates. So they do provide one for the transfer case right there. Hopefully you guys can see it. There it is. So that's really the only skid plate they're offering. There is one for the engine as well, but the transmission is slightly exposed. I would like to see an option from the factory that you can add, but if you do want more protection, if you really do plan on going off-road, the good news is AEV did offer skid plates for these trucks, and they're really beefed up and they're stamped. We've made it into the interior, so this is where the biggest difference will be on this truck. Soft touch at the very top here and here. A little bit of stitching and a few spots. And notice the trimming, it's like a satin finish there and here. But be sure to remember this and the buttons down below, because that's where some of the differences are going to be. And also, you get the standard sound system for the LT. The LTZ has a slightly different interior when you look at the wood treatment. But you guys see this? They do add seat memories for LTZ. Also, right there, you have the power tow mode for LTZ. Now, both trucks do have power folding mirrors, right? But having the tow mode power is just a good convenience to have. And LTZ is available with the Bose sound system. Now, for Trail Boss, that would come standard because it comes a part of the Trail Boss package when you select it. 10-way driver's seat for the LTZ, and notice this right here, you have perforated leather seats. Let's go back over to that LT. LT also has a power driver's seat, 10-way. It doesn't have perforated leather, and that's a big deal. I would want perforated leather for sure. Both trucks are going to have a telescoping steering wheel, and all of this is going to be the same for both. You have 2 drive modes, normal and off-road, and then tow haul, automatic 4-wheel drive. Okay, and let's go ahead and jump over to the passenger side so you guys can see the differences over there. LT does have a manual seat for the passenger side. They both get added with a center console here, and the good news is the screens are the exact same for both trucks. You guys can see this one has the home link up there. Okay, LED interior lighting. Now you cannot get that 4K camera for this. That's not available for LT. Let's go ahead and check out the LTZ. LTZ does come with a 10-way passenger seat. It's a big deal for some people, and it has that lumbar. Also, more perforated leather on that center console, and this is available with the 4K camera up top too. But as I said earlier, nothing's going to really change on the dash with the exception of that button right there. So this truck does have the ventilated seats up front. Both trucks, I believe, are available with a sunroof as well. This one has it. And I didn't point it out, but cloth seats would come standard with that LT trim. So I think that probably answers the question. If you are looking at these trucks, it probably makes more sense to get the LT with cloth and not get as many options. But once you get at $80,000, you might as well just get an LTZ. So that's just my humble opinion there. Some people are at the top of the price point when they're at that level, so I understand why they would choose that truck, because this adds another $3,000 or $4,000 onto the price depending on how you option it out. But yes, I'm going to show you guys this really quickly. This is the camper loading information, 3,145 pounds. This is for LTZ. LT's is 3,061 pounds. Now you might be wondering, why in the heck is it lower on this truck? Well, this LTZ doesn't have running boards nor fifth wheel prep package. I will show you guys the payload here in a second. So let's go ahead and continue on with the interior. We've already pointed out that the trimming is going to be different, but here are some of the controls. You have 2 USBs right there, air vents and cup holders, seat back pockets. Also a little bit of storage below the seat here, and they give you this storage too. Armrest right here, and that's going to have a power folding rear glass. Defrost is an option on this truck, so just keep that in mind. And you guys can see it has the 2-tone roof. Okay, on this side of the house, this is LTZ. You get more perforated leather back here, same storage, same armrest, power, everything back here. They do add, however, your heated outboard seat. So that right there, for some people, not a big deal, but it's nice to have if you have adults riding back here, or if you have older kids. And same storage setup. There is an optional storage you can add that gives you a little bit more, but that is pretty much the biggest differences that I care to show you in this video. I think that when it's all said and done, it just comes down to price point, but I do believe that the LT trim does not make sense with leather seating and all the extra jazz, because these trucks are already so expensive. Now these numbers are going to be the exact same for both trucks because they're both standard bed crew cabs, and you guys see the gross axle ratings right there. GVWR, 20 by 8.5 wide wheel, but the numbers that will change is this one here and your curb weight. So 3,895 pounds is the max payload, and on the curb the truck weighs 8,205 pounds. So as I said, these numbers are going to be the exact same, but your payload and your curb weight are different. So 3,811 pounds and then 8,289 pound curb weight. And that's why this truck has less payload, because it weighs more, because it has more options. And as I said, that fifth wheel prep package weighs something, and these running boards weigh something, so that's gonna lower that capacity. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. I think that if you were to get an LT without the leather and skip out maybe on a few of the things, I don't know, like, I really think that's the only thing. But once you're at $80,000, it almost does just make sense just to get the LTZ. So I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Be sure to check out Jerry Seiner's inventory, as I said. See you guys soon.